Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a designer shirt, which means it's just a regular shirt, like the shirt you're wearing, except it costs $30. Now I know that's not, you know, a Gucci shirt that would probably cost $300, but $30 to me is a lot to pay for a t-shirt. Just saying. Anyway, now that I've established that I'm better than you. So I was going to, do the usual and kill some brain cells today, but to drink alcohol, that means I would have to go outside, and there's people out there. So that's not going to work out. Anyway, the university got Penn, UPenn. Anyway, um, they nominated. Excuse me. They nominated Will Thomas for um, for the NCAA Swimmer of the Year. I'm sorry, they nominated Will Thomas for the women's um, NCAA swimmer, female swimmer of the year. Okay, do women exist anymore? Why is UPenn nominating a man, a male swimmer, for the female swimmer of the year award? Now I didn't even know they had female swimmer of the year awards, and whatever. I didn't know they had female or male. Just I didn't know they had awards. We live in a society where there's an award for everything. But anyway, that's beside the point. Why is a man being nominated for female swimmer of the year? Like, clown world will not end. Clown world will not end. It's just amazing. So I don't know. It's sometimes you hear or read or see the news, and you're like either like, this is bullshit, this isn't true, they're lying to us, they're pushing a narrative, or this just can't be real, or it's like an early, or what, like an out of season April Fool's joke. But no, they really nominated a man. I can't. Well, I guess I can believe it, because it's ever since Trump won the election, the media has been just downhill, because that's when, for some reason, it was okay to just make shit up and push an agenda. And it has continued. I mean, it has snowballed to the greatest proportions. Because, hell, we got a man being nominated for Female Swimmer of the Year. Um, I didn't know Will Thomas had a vagina. I'm sorry. I did not know the 6'4" dude had a vagina. I mean, listen, if Will Thomas has has two X chromosomes, then okay, I guess I'm wrong. But you know, he doesn't look like it, because the penis. But you know, I guess if the media can like convince the right people that Will Thomas is a woman, then hey, maybe he'll win. I mean, like maybe UPenn is doing a social experiment, just to see if, like, if you keep saying it enough, it'll come into existence, so you can brainwash people. This could totally be a brainwashing experiment, actually. I could totally see this being like a brainwashing experiment, like whatever. 5 years down the line, they'll like publish their results. Go like, yeah, 5 years ago we had Will Thomas, a man, blah 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 blah. We told the media that he was a woman, and nominated him for a female swimmer of the year. You'll see, they're gonna look back at this time and be like, what the fuck happened? But I really do think it's because Trump won the election, and then because he won, so many people in the media who were in charge of the media didn't want him to win. They were left leaning people. And so, once again, it doesn't matter who votes. The only thing that matters is who counts the votes. And the thing with Trump is just that, like, the average American citizen doesn't like Hillary Clinton. So it's kind of hard to fake that election because it had been obvious if Hillary won that it was like a a I don't know what you call it, a altered election. Okay, there you go. Like I remember when Trump won, and this is back when I had friends. Okay, I asked people, who did you vote for? And I'll tell you this, no one said Hillary Clinton. Now, not everyone said Trump, but no one said Hillary Clinton. Okay. So to me, that means that now once again, I'm just the average person, and like my friends are just the average people, and it was a small sample size of like roughly 50 people, roughly. None of them voted for Hillary. Um, but anyway, when the media spent the next 4 years bad mouthing Trump, that's just when I knew. I'm like, the media has turned into a propaganda machine. It's turned into a giant brainwashing machine. And so, like, I want to say 6 months into Donald Trump's presidency, I knew no matter what, he was not going to be reelected because I knew. I'm like, dude, if they're trying this hard to, you know, against a sitting president, they're going to make sure he's not going to be reelected. And then like when the 2020 election came along, I asked I asked everyone I knew. I asked I didn't ask 50 people like last night, but I asked roughly 30 people, who'd you vote for? None of them said Joe Biden. None of them said Joe Biden, which I knew. But here's the thing: like, it didn't matter because like I knew 4 years ago that like Trump had no chance. But the thing is, you had 4 years of like brainwashing. So like people weren't gonna really question the election. No, I mean I was because I was questioning the election back in 2000 whatever 17 because I'm like, okay, I can already tell that a setup is coming, but we we saw the proof. You don't get 10,000 votes at midnight without anything suspicious going on. I mean, come on. Trump won that election. But anyway, it's the same thing with this like man being nominated for a female swimmer. Like they're just telling you, like, hey, this guy's a girl. This dude is a chick. We're gonna nominate him. We're gonna nominate this guy with a penis to be the female swimmer of the year. I mean, it's just like the media just is horrible. I can't believe it. And the thing is a bunch of different news outlets are running this story, and it's like they're all part of the problem. If a man is being nominated for female of the year, like you can't run that like it's real news. You gotta like have a titles going like this is the most absurd thing ever, and then go Will Thomas is being nominated for female swimmer of the year. Like that's what you gotta do. You can't run a title just going yeah you know this guy's being nominated for woman of the year. and like make it seem like it's okay. I mean, because it's gonna brainwash a few people. That's not good. We got to keep the XY chromosomes and the XX chromosome people. We got to make sure we can tell them apart and make sure people get it right. But it is what it is. Clown world, okay? Straight out clown world. Can't believe it. But anyway, the only time I really trust the media is when they report on the passing of a porn star. Now, I'm not telling a joke here. If you've listened to this show, you know that I've talked about porn stars in the past that have passed away, and I've talked about their lives and some of the movies they've done. And I've also, and I don't only talk about porn stars when one passes away. I've made recommendations about which ones are great actresses and stuff like that. But anyway, the reason why when a porn star is involved in the news, the reason why that news is 100% factual, the reason why the media cannot lie about a porn star is because you guys have to remember porn is a multi-billion-dollar business in America. Okay? Which means that anything that happens to a porn star, millions, several million Americans know every single detail about this person. Okay? So it's like the media can't lie about it. And it's really sad, but the only time you can trust the media is when they report about porn, because it's like fact fact checkers aren't going to cut it. Because remember, fact checkers are just people who have opinions. The Facebook fact book checkers are just people who have opinions, and they cut stuff that they don't like and they promote stuff that they like. If you remember, Facebook has promoted a lot of lies, but because it fits their agenda, it gets a pass. But here's the thing: if it's about a porn star, the general public is not going to let you lie about them. Not going to happen. You're going to have too many millions of people with like facts. You're going to have millions of experts correcting you if you lie about a porn star. Okay? People know about where the person was born, the year, the birth date, the time, what city they grew up in, what elementary school they went to, what middle school they went to, what high school they went to, what college did they drop out of, which parent was a drug addict, what year did their parents get divorced, okay? What orphanage did they run away from? When they were 15, where did they meet their 45-year-old boyfriend? Okay? People know, people know what their favorite porn star had for breakfast yesterday because they're probably across the street looking through the window. You can't you cannot lie about a porn star. Porn stars are so popular. Okay, like Lana Rhoades. She's a retired porn star. Apparently, she's retired. Um, she she like sponsored or was the face of some NFT scam where you could buy like Lana Rhoades and NFTs. Like overnight. I mean, like a over $1 million overnight. I think she promoted some Bitcoin too. Like overnight, it just got over $1 million. I don't know the exact number, but I'm saying like it made a lot of money. Now Lana Rhoades has nothing about Bitcoin, and then she took all the money. It was a scam. But the thing is, the whole point of that is, porn stars. Each porn star has a dedicated, hardcore fan base of people who are obsessed with them and people who know every single detail about them. So basically, if a, basically people know so much about these porn stars, the porn star can't even lie about themselves. That's how bad it is. Okay, I'm just gonna like name a random porn star, Nikki Benz. If Nikki Benz came out and said, yeah, and like whatever 2002 I got my doctorate and blah blah blah, someone would be like, well, that's bullshit because in 2002 you were in Cancun for 3 months, and then blah blah blah. Like they would know every single detail of her life. They would know stuff about her that she didn't know. That's just how it is. So the only time I trust the news is when they talk about porn, and that's sad. But it's like literally the only thing that has like millions of experts like fact checking. And but like see the thing is, people take their porn seriously. Okay, so it's like see people take porn more seriously than politics. Okay, remember the outrage when they tried to make a law saying that in porn they have to use condoms. I've never seen a bigger outrage. You know, they want to like the government will try to raise taxes. People are like, yeah, I don't like it, but they don't do anything about it. But people like, yeah, in porn they have to wear condoms. Like people are like showing upside, showing up outside of buildings with like pitchforks and torches. You know. Anyway, but it's just how it is. Like we take certain things seriously, and the things we take seriously are things we shouldn't take seriously. I remember I used to play Dungeons and Dragons. Now here's the thing. Like I don't play Dungeons and Dragons anymore because it got woke. Okay, and I don't want to bore you, but Dungeons and Dragons. Everyone knows what Dungeons and Dragons is, right? Okay, but there are certain core rules to the game. Even though you could change the rules and make up your own stuff, all right? So you could do pretty much anything you want, but the company in charge of Dungeons and Dragons, they bent the knee to the woke crowd, and apparently it wasn't fair that certain characters got like whatever a +2 dex and others didn't, and it wasn't fair that some races were considered evil and some races were considered good, and it wasn't good that like in the game that people died, and but so it's like they changed the rules, and it became gay basically. That's the same thing as putting condoms on on your porn actors. Condoms are for plebs. Like, why ruin something? So the whole point is I stopped playing Dungeons and Dragons because they I guess they put soy into it. They soyed it up. So what happened when they were trying to enforce this condom law on porn? Well, porn lost a lot of revenue, and when the money got affected, well, that law didn't go into effect. I don't know if you noticed. It lasted a couple of months, but anyway. But it's just the only thing that the media can't lie about, and well, that's a good thing. You know, I mean, like I rather get the facts straight about the porn community than the political community, because it's like the political community you already know it's a lie. So it's just don't even bother watching the news. You know, you got men up for women's awards, and we're supposed to believe it. Okay, I guess. Anyway, I said enough. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.